The Laws of the Universe and Life, Part 6. The Law of Evolution. We need to transform ourselves in order to evolve. The law of evolution is what enables us to move to levels of greater satisfaction by developing consciousness. Doing this entails taking advantage of the seeming problems that life presents, which in reality are merely the necessary opportunities to reach understanding of the laws and find the partial truths that are the path to encountering the universal truths. The law of evolution works by pitting opposites against each other, thereby triggering the confrontation of all our ideas, beliefs, cultures, customs, feelings, and emotions. It allows this equilibrium and apparent absurdity to be within the law, and that what is not correspondent in a place to manifest. It creates circumstances that go against the inferior laws, acting as an anti-law. Before those laws, it contradicts nature, harmony, and correspondence. For this reason, it is also called the law of inverse flow, because the existence of the law can only be discovered by going against it. In the same way that the current of the river can only be recognized by going against it. In other words, a force can only be measured by putting up resistance to it. From the individual point of view, we recognize that this law is working through pain, suffering, anxiety, and physical and mental illness, while socially it is recognized in social ills, poverty, insecurity, abuse of authority, sexual aggression, theft, and in general, everything that has to do with corruption. We are acting within the law of evolution when we are engaged in or allow learning, because this law requires all processes that are conducive to learning, however difficult they may seem to us, and does not allow anyone to prevent or limit the experience necessary to produce the verification and understanding of the laws that govern the perfect order of the universe. The purpose of the law of evolution is for us to verify what does not work, what is false, and to transform beliefs into truths of wisdom. Thanks to this law, each of us can move from a state of ignorance to one of wisdom, in which we are invulnerable to any outside influence, because we are able to take decisions from within ourselves, so that we know exactly what does work. Within the evolutionary process that makes it possible to move from ignorance to wisdom, one finds three types of characters who act within the parameters of the law as they understand it. We can call these the bad character, the good character, and the wise character, although in fact there are no good or bad people, just certain levels of ignorance accumulated in our mind and personality. Unlike the bad character, the good character has reached a level of profound feeling, but both are ignorant of the law. Each of these three figures serves an extremely important function within the evolutionary process of human beings. The bad character is an individual who in the process of evolution has not yet developed the feeling of kindness, and therefore does not concern themselves with the problems of others, nor do they attempt to extricate others from their learning experiences. This is someone who is completely ignorant of the law. The effect of the bad character on the good is to provide contrast so that they recognize the existence of the law. Because the feelings of the good character often lead them to violate the law of correspondence, with the result that their lives are filled with innumerable difficulties. The bad character does not interfere with the law of correspondence, but is outside the law of harmony. The good character is an individual who has already developed feelings towards their neighbor because they have gone further in the development of consciousness. However, they are also totally ignorant of the law, and therefore, without realizing it, they try to prevent other people's learning experiences. The effect of the good character on the bad is to show them more harmonious options for living and to facilitate the development of their feelings, because in general, their human relationships are appalling. From an evolutionary point of view, those with feelings are somewhat more developed than those without. They have gone one step further. The evolutionary distance between the bad character and the good will often be bigger than one step further. It will be the step, because the consequences are exponential. In any case, one cannot go backwards in evolution, and therefore someone who has already developed feelings cannot go back to not having them, but will keep going forwards. Once feelings have been experienced as a tool for self-knowledge and spiritual development, and we have become aware of the existence of the laws of the universe, it is possible to recognize that feelings are of no benefit, but we must move towards desensitization in order to act as the wise character. The wise character is an individual who stopped being ignorant because they understood the principles of the laws of nature, harmony, correspondence, and evolution. As a result, they respect everyone's experiences and are always ready to serve and to teach at the appropriate time without interfering in their learning. The wise does not place blame. The function of the wise character is to set an example and teach, and therefore they do not get involved in the activities of the good or the bad characters. They are generally successful in everything they do. They manage resources with wisdom. They are at peace. They do not interfere in the destinies of others, and they enjoy very good human relationships. The wise character always teaches how to fish. They do not provide the fish. We cannot move directly from the level of being unfeeling to being desensitized, but must first go through the intermediate stage characterized by kind feelings. In the same way that it is not possible to pass directly from innocence to wisdom, ignorance is a prior step that cannot be omitted. To successfully understand the law, destiny must be utilized as an opportunity for learning, and to do that we can use our mission as a basis. Destiny is recognized as everything that takes effort and presents different levels of difficulty. Our mission manifests as everything we like to do, what we do best and most easily, and that with which we most identify. In life, it is more important to fulfill our destiny than to carry out our mission, because fulfilling our destiny enables us to learn what we do not know and to understand the law in order to evolve in the development of our consciousness. Our mission enables us to teach others what we already know and also to maintain our inner energy high, and although it does not directly contribute anything new to our consciousness, it does contribute to the consciousness of others. This makes it possible for the spiritual growth of others to have a positive impact on our own growth. The law of evolution is the foundation to establish the parameters of the experiences of destiny that are meant for each individual. Hence, there is no fate or luck in the circumstances surrounding the life of each human being. The place they are born, the race to which they belong, their specific genetic structure that determines their temperament, and physical and mental potentials, the sign of the zodiac that influences them, the culture and beliefs that they acquire, as well as the functions that they are to carry out, and, in general, all the situations that can affect people's lives, are wisely determined. They are therefore perfect for the specific learning of the evolutionary stage at which each individual finds themselves, and for satisfying the needs of consciousness until its total development is complete. By understanding the principles of the law of evolution, processes and events of everyday life on Earth, as well as the rationale behind social, physical, economic, religious, and political differences among human beings can be better understood. Therefore, we can no longer speak of unfairness, but of the correspondence of experiences, individual destinies, and the varying needs of each individual.